Okay, time is marching on, so I'm sure we've got um, enough segments. Yeah, we're going to be looking at a little bit over an hour for a lesson, but this is so great, this stuff. So we're going to have our positions, and in those positions we're going to find chords. Now I simplified it here and cropped out, just selected out of those positions these things. Second inversion is going to be 5, 3, root, and 5, 3, root, and 5, I guess, or 5, 3, root, and 5 and 3. Second inversion now in the key of C is like, so we want this kind of sound, so we're going to have 5, 3, root, and then 3 or 5. Isn't that wonderful? It sounds like, morning dawn in the Blue Danube or something. Now, first inversion with the violin, I believe, is going to start around here. It's going to be 3, root, 3, root, 5, and 3. And then you can do this with the bottom string. And then root is going to be in the key of C, and I believe this is the note that it uses, that we would use, the actual pitch. Now you don't have a choice there in that root chord. So that's probably what it is. Let's look at that. Thank you. Have you seen my violin? My what? All right. So let's look at that. So these are the positions as taken right off of the fretboard. These were painstakingly put together using this chart and using fiddle charts that are difficult. Let me tell you something. It was a nightmare to figure this stuff out, but I got it. And my neck hurts, but that's okay. This is where these things are, and I just labeled, these are references. Sometimes you gotta just label the bass because we have the ivories on the bass. The ivories are the white notes, the key of C white notes. But hey, if that's the key of G flat, that too would be an A flat. So you can do the whole thing on whatever key you want. But I like to look at it in black and white with piano. The first thing people want to play is the white notes because they're right there. Just play away, Now, this is the bottom part of this one, and then here's the top part of position 2, because the bottom part of position 2, let's see what's going on with position 2 here. So let's just make these other guys go away for a second, and we're going to take 4 strings on this 10-string pattern stack, fiddle. They're full double string shapes from the guitar theory. String shapes is the bottom string of each cage position. So the G has 6, 7 root on the bottom because E, the lowest note on the guitar, that's probably lower than they can play on the violin. I think the low note on the violin is A. Now it's either this one, I don't think it's that one unless it's like a baritone violin, maybe a cello or something. But E, the lowest note on the guitar, is the 6th of G. That's why G gets the 6, 7 root. Okay, root would be what there? G. Alright, so we're looking at 4 strings here. Now notice I have position 2 top. Okay, these guys go away. These guys go away. Position 2 top. Notice I didn't list position 2 bottom there. Okay, because when I was doing this, the bottom one ended on E flat, and I I wanted the positions to fit into the string shapes, the double string shapes. So I just referenced position 2 top there. That's all. That's the only reason why I did that, because of that E flat, because I was confused at first, just like you probably are now. But it doesn't last for long, because the people who put stuff online and in books and music books, they know what they're talking about. You just have to learn what you can, and the stuff you don't understand, you just be aware of it, but you don't have working knowledge of it. So, go with the tried and the true. What do you know? A scale. Okay, so you can start that scale from a root. So if you have your bottom part of your violin here, you can start from fret number, well, virtual fret. Remember, violin, I don't think they have frets on it. It's like a trombone, so it'd be position such and such, but it'll be note number. You start root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root right there. That's the major scale. So moving right along, I went from here where I got the positions, and that in itself was a miracle. Getting the positions and then putting a little plus mark here saying I'm going to add 1 fret to these positions because I want full string shapes. I want full string shapes. Okay. Now, this is a D and a C. We're not using the A there. We're not using the A label there. This is G to an E. We're not using the D label there. And we're not using the G label there either. So these are just little things that I'm noticing now. But so if you see a string shape if you see a label, you only have 2 string shapes per string with the violin. Okay, so once again, we don't need this G here. You see how it simplifies like that? So this is important. You're helping me, E and D, and that's it. We don't have 3 labels. We only have 2 full string shapes. That's why we have this lone wolf 7, this 3 and this 7 here, because I think this is going to pay off in position 2, let's say. Now position 2, where is it? Well, position 1, let's make it just a little littler. Position 2 is right here. I believe it's going to start on this 3 here, because open position starts on this 5. Then position 1 is going to start on this 6 here. Position 2 then obviously starts on this 7 here. Position 3 obviously starts on the root. But I'm including the 7 in position 3 for full string shape versatility. Just as I did with the tripentatonics, instead of the A shape being just shaped like this from here to here, we're going to add the D shape. It's 4th. Okay, the D shape. Now the 5th would be the E shape, but that doesn't take any extra. It was the 4th that brought us up 1 extra fret, and these pluses here are only 1 extra fret. So I believe we're going to win out by extending these positions, as long as there's notes there. Open position is probably arranged so we don't have to have a plus there. That's the wonderful thing about the people who design these instruments. So that's what we got, people. And we'll talk more about all this. And we've got, we've got a lot of ground to cover. But I thank you for watching. Below there'll be a link that you put together the URL. Copy it, put in your URL, and then just cut and paste it and put in URL in 2 spaces, and you get to Andy's free guitar chart videos, where you will get the full resolution chart and the uninterrupted, full length video. So have a great day.